right, Seanna Thomas is here for Meal Prep Monday. We love to have you, Seanna, and she's sharing some of her favorite lazy dinners. Now, I'm not calling her lazy. It's the lazy dinners, this is you. Yes. To get us through the final few weeks of summer. So that's always good to have you here. My mouth is already watering because I know what deliciousness you bring. Let's start off with the one-pan chicken and rice.
Yes. So for some people, even like my kids are going back to school this week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So they're in a balanced schedule. Yeah, and they go back this week. So we're already like there. So we need some fast and easy dinners. So that's why I brought these today.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, this one-pan chicken and rice. When I say one pan, I actually mean it. You know, sometimes they're like, but then use this bowl and then use this. Yeah, one pan. So I brought this big pan here. It's a 9x13 pan, like a big cake pan.
Do you prepare it in the pan?
You prepare it in the pan. So you grease the pan, pour in the rice, pour in the peas, a little bit of seasoning, top it with chicken thighs. Now, the important thing here is that you use bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs, which is great because they're actually cheaper than, you know,
is that because the timing of cooking a bone-in will match the time required to cook the rest of the ingredients?
Yes, but also it will stay really nice and juicy and add way more flavor to the rice as well. So you put all of that in. I top it with either a barbecue sauce or a spicy sauce, whatever you have in your fridge, and you bake it for about 45 minutes, uncovered, and it's done. The rice cooks, the chicken cooks, it's all done at one time, and it's great if you have a smaller family because it does about 8 to 10 chicken thighs at a time. So.
And I love the taste of chicken broth and rice. I feel like that's just...
Yeah, and that's the other thing I should mention. You do have to pour chicken broth on here, and you need to boil it. So that is one thing that you need to do. It needs to be piping hot. You pour it over top and then throw it in the oven. Everyone was probably wondering, how does the rice cook? So you pour all that in there. It's going to look like soup, and you throw it in, and everything is perffully cooked at the end.
It looks delicious.
Yeah, it is really good. Yeah.
So I'm going to take a little bit of that, and then we'll move on to the Greek turkey meatballs.
Yes. So I love these turkey meatballs because this is something that you can batch cook really easily. You can make a ton of it. So I do 2 pounds of turkey at a time. You could easily do 4, do 2 pans. And you add sort of the typical ingredients, you know, garlic powder, onion powder. We add some oregano, Dijon mustard, an egg, some breadcrumbs, all of those things. I like to throw chives in there for a little bit of green. But what I like is you could use this for spaghetti and meatballs. You could serve it with whatever you want on the side. But I love it with this sort of no-cook dinner. If you already have the meatballs done, you just have to cut a pita in half, add some tzatziki or some hummus, feta, some fresh vegetables. I have here peppers, cucumbers, tomatoes, and onions.
Turkey is one of my favorite things, and I feel like, why do we always have to wait for the holidays?
I know.
It's there. You can get
I love it too, and there's no oil in this recipe. It's really light, really delicious, and you know, I hate to use the word moist, but they are. And
I used it before, and I looked over to see if Lisa Morales.
I know if she's counting how many times we say it, but it is so good, and you can make so many of them. They stay great in the fridge for a week, so you can use them for multiple recipes. Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's great for meal prep, which makes sense because it's Meal Prep Mondays, right?
Exactly, and great for lunches too. If your kids like that, warm them up with some rice.
Gives you a boost of energy. It's tasty. It's nutritious.
Absolutely.
How can we find your recipes?
All will be on Instagram and Facebook. Seanna Thomas Nutrition this week.
Okay, I'm going to send it to break so I can take a nice bite. I'm going to put a little seasoning.
Enjoy. Yes. So good.
Thank you, Seanna.
You're welcome.
Oh.
Not good.